has come to our attention that in the early years of the 21st century, man was being watched by intelligence greater than theirs, and yet as mortal as their own. Through the chaos, we determine the Fanatics and the Fan.
Folks, you are listening to Fanatics and the Fan, and we are live at Metagames Unlimited right here in Springfield, Missouri on Sunshine. Woo! Yes, Sunshine. One of Brandon's favorite places to be.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You have any money left? You've been here for a while.
No, it's all gone.
Keith, it's been a crazy week, man. Between the weather, the news, all of the crazy stuff that's happening, all the announcements, and getting ready for this major event. It's been wild and bizarre.
Kicking off the convention season, I gotta say, man, this is the time of the year that reminds you that you need a better job. you need to get like Bill Gates' pay in order to keep up with everything that's happening. I mean, jeez, man, how can you be expected to like buy all the really cool stuff and attend all the really cool events? And you can't. You almost need to take out like another like loan or something, man.
Money loan companies were made.
But in a May, I'm taking a second mortgage. So.
Or third, or fourth, or fifth.
Folks, we've got so much to talk about. We've got so many guests. We've got people dressed up as... I'm not sure if they're actually dressed up or if this is what they wear every day. And of course, the lovely Andrea with all kinds of cool stuff to tell us about Visioncon and the events going on.
Absolutely.
You got their giving away stuff today, right?
We are. We're here at Metagames until 6 o'clock tonight. We are doing door prizes every 30 minutes, and we are here to promote the fact that Metagames, who is sponsoring us this year, is actually doing a Magic the Gathering tournament on Saturday on the Causeway. So if you just go to our website, which is visioncon.net, you can see a full schedule of all the tournaments and all the games for our game room. And our game room is actually open 24 hours a day at Visioncon, so if you're into board gaming or cards, or even if you're just a newbie and likes to play Cards Against Humanity, you can play 24 hours a day while you're at convention from Friday through Sunday.
You gotta give him a chance to take a selfie. Don't worry about it.
Well, I was taking a selfie with Andrea. So can you go wrong with that? So before we get into news, Tuesday I woke up to some very sobering, and somber, and slightly depressing news. We lost a dear friend this week. A dear friend of Visioncon as well as ours, Mr. Richard Hatch. He will be definitely missed. And I feel like we're all alive.
You might not be sad about that.
I actually saw him about 6 months ago down in Hot Springs, Arkansas. He was a guest at a convention down there, and he looked amazing. It was really shocking for me that, despite his age, I would not have guessed he was as old as he was. He looked amazing.
He was always one of the very active guests. He liked to do an acting panel for everybody that actually taught people some different acting skills and that kind of stuff. So he was always great with other guests and all that kind of stuff. So it was always great to see him.
Keith.
Not much to say. I mean, I gotta say that I've met Richard Hatch many, many, many times. It just boggles my mind how long I knew the dude. He's definitely one of those people that just, because of what he was able to do and accomplish, it makes you forget about how old he is. I mean, he is one of the children in the title, All My Children. People forget that. And it just, wow, I'm just glad that he was able to accomplish as much as he was able to accomplish and affect the lives of so many people, fans and, in certain respects, non-fans alike. So, wow.
Folks, you are listening to Fanatics and the Fan. We are live at Metagames Unlimited, and we're going to have a great show, and we're going to start off. Keith, give us the news.
Well, comic book fans and film fans alike, we have entered week 3 in the filming of what is probably going to be the biggest comic book film of all time. It's basically Marvel just having fun in Atlanta. I mean, this is their version of Ocean's 11, and it might as well just be the early 60s with the Rat Pack, with a heck of a lot more members. Those of you who were lucky enough to catch the Facebook live stream gag that they did with Robert Downey Jr. and the directors and everybody, you got yourself a nice little look, although, like always, it wasn't a real look. You know, they kept everything under wraps. That's what they do, and blame Kevin Feige. Second, we've got a director now for the Batman, and I gotta say, I'm kind of impressed. You know, then again, given the amount of money that Warner Brothers is spending on this particular movie, when you have the director of War for the Planet of the Apes and you bring him in to direct Batman, come on. This is going to be a great film. And from everything I've heard, the script, even with the issues that the studio has had with it, I think it's going to be a fantastic film. We are now just pretty much weeks away from the opening of Wonder Woman. And how many people here are really excited for that?
Well, of course, all of the ladies in there.
But that whole hand-raising thing does really well when
we're doing a podcast.
Yeah, we're doing a podcast, dude.
Actually, we debuted the trailer at our Comic-Con, and that was when I was locked in. The minute I saw the trailer, it was perfect for me. I'm like, all right, this is a good next step.
I love just period pieces in general.
If they're done right.
So just to be able to see them go and do this nice, it looks action-packed. It looks very, very true to what I want to see out of Wonder Woman movie. I'm very excited to see it.
Well, again, congratulations to director Matt Reeves. Just basically hire a bodyguard and watch your back when it comes to dealing with the studio, man.
Right.
And, of course, the other big news is Kevin Smith basically telling fans that Jay and Silent Bob are on their way back.
Yes, that was the coolest news.
Oh, jeez. And really a sequel to a movie that made fun of Hollywood, and this time around making a film that kind of made fun of that film while making fun of Hollywood and its, proclivity for sequels and big movies.
It's a very meta.
It is a very meta movie. Jay and Silent Bob, the reboot. And I'm telling you, it's and the fact that Miramax has greenlit it so quickly. I mean, they could be in production by the end of the year on this thing. So, Miramax has had, issues with Kevin before.
As much as he's hit a brick wall with Clerks 3, with Mallrats, with all that other stuff, for him to just be able to go and just push this through is going to be...
Well, I think a lot of that has to do with all the recent success he's had recently, just with all his directing, with, even The Flash he's been directing episodes. The Flash is just one of the hottest shows on right now.
Actually,
I'd like to agree with that to a point. There's a history of problems between Kevin Smith and Miramax. They've been fighting about all kinds of issues. Really what it comes down to is Miramax decided to greenlight this because it was easy, it was cheap, but also because Kevin's had a lot of success recently. And when it seemed like everybody and their grandmother, as soon as they started having problems on the Batman film with the director, Kevin's name was one of the three that came up. So they definitely want to deal with Kevin again.
Folks, you are listening to Fanatics and the Fan. We are live at Metagames Unlimited at 3309 East Sunshine right here in Springfield, Missouri. My favorite place to visit. I could get lost here. I could lose a paycheck in here.
Or three.
And as Andrea said, they're going to be sponsoring
Magic the Gathering tournaments on Saturday, February 25th. And we not only do they have the tournament, they'll have a lot of prizes that they're giving away, so we're really excited to have them come on as a sponsor for this year.
And one of my favorite things about Visioncon is the coolest. You guys have the coolest sponsors, and somewhat the coolest staff. One of your sponsors, however, one big fan of ours, Branson IMAX, and that's probably like the most labored segment in the movies. We've got a lot of movies. The promotions for these movies have been stellar. And I'm going to name them off. We're going to talk about a few of them. I don't want to talk about all of them. And then I can talk to some of these guys over here, some of these cosplayers, because they know their movies as much as anybody.
Are we going to talk about that Deep Space Nine documentary?
Actually, I want to talk about Rings. Because to me, it's one of the first scary movies of the year. And I like the promotions of it.
I enjoyed the original Ring movie.
Okay.
And so I kind of like the kind of going back to that. You know, I've never been a huge horror fan, so it's always one of those things that, you know, they're very predictable and very, very just kind of campy. And so, but to see a new Ring movie, that's definitely one of the ones that I did enjoy as a younger fellow. So.
And on that note, I'm moving right past everything else he said.
Old man Shane.
Actually, we saw the trailer together in another Branson movie, The Great Wall. Mm-hmm. And I made the joke, wow, they actually did a true story about the Great Wall. And you said, no, they didn't. And I said, why? Were you there? You know. You don't know. And originally, I really wanted to see this movie. And now I don't. It didn't even take that much. But the promotions have actually been pretty good. I think they're going to do okay. What do you think, Keith?
You know, I'm just surprised that Triple X is the top movie from the United States for the year.
Really?
Yeah, it's really.
Well, I don't know. Going to the next two movies, I don't know how long that's going to last. Actually, the next three, I'm going to group them all together, and y'all can hate on this as much as you want. Logan, John Wick 2.
Why would anybody hate on him? I mean,
Batman.
No. You're dyslexic, dude. It's the Lego Batman movie.
The promotions of the last one, however, to me has been phenomenal. Every channel I have been on this week has had something to do with it.
Their marketing has been actually really great. There are commercials that they've done with other companies like Chevy and that kind of stuff. They've been really good with their marketing campaign. Yeah.
CW.
So I've really enjoyed that. I probably won't go see the movie anytime soon just because I can't deal with a crowd of kids.
Which would you see the most, Logan or Lego?
I'm going to go see Logan before I go see Lego, I'm sure. Logan's still, you know, it's still another Wolverine.
I don't know. I mean, going to see James is a good move, but I'll go with Lego.
Yeah. But I'll probably see John Wick 2 before I see either of those two.
Right.
Of course, because that's...
You want me back? I'm back.
It is a well-executed group of films, and given the cost of those films, I mean, it's an amazing time that they have making them, and I'm pretty sure that after this weekend, you're going to have probably at least one or two more films, even with talk of doing a television version, which really, on the one hand, I'm kind of excited about. On the other hand, I'm very scared of, because you really can't afford to have and hire all those stunt people on a weekly basis on a TV show.
One of the things that, this is one of the characters that I think Keanu does really, really well.
Of course.
You know, there's obviously been some weird casting choices for him over the years, but this one specifically, he fits so well into this role.
Well, that's because it's pretty much the entire stunt team and people that worked on all the Matrix films are behind these movies. So,
how you doing? Back to Visioncon. Keith, how many years have you been doing Visioncon?
Have I been doing Visioncon?
Doing, staffing, whatever.
A lot. Why?
To me, this current guest list for this year is on par as one of the best guest lists